Happy Thursday. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. I'm on my own for this hour, but I've got some brilliant products. We've got brand new Sospeso, and if you type the word gift into the comments right now, you will get this product as a free download. Now I know it's Halloween tomorrow, but you know what? It comes around every year. How fabulous is this? Free. All you need to do is type the word gift, and that will be put into your basket. How cool is that? I tell you, what a great start to Thursday. Now, for those of you that aren't going to the NEC today, well, we've got brand new Sospeso, then we've got brand new Flower of the Month, and then tonight we've got brand new mini rice paper downloads. I know, how exciting is that? So loads of goodies. So sit back, put your feet up, save the money on the ticket and the parking. You can spend it on this instead, can't you? Right, let me introduce you to my team this morning. We've got our lovely Laura on cameras. Cheers. We've got Sophie in the driving seat. Hiya. And you got me for an hour. And I'm going to show you how to create the file for these on Scan and Cut, and then we're going to make as many flowers as we can in the hour. How about that? Right, let's say good morning to a few of you first of all before we start doing the boring bit of the housekeeping. I know, but we've got to do it. Good morning to Ria. We've got Davina with us, Wendy, Barbara's with us. Morning all. See you tomorrow at the NEC. Yes, we'll be there, Barbara. We've got Lizzie, Maureen. We've got Davina, Aileen, Karen. We've got Veronica with us. Jill, good morning. Safe travels to you all going to the NEC. Yeah, I'm shooting off after this. We've got Maureen with us, Debbie, Carol, and Stan the Man. Good morning. Right, let me tell you a little bit about live shopping and how to shop with us and where you can find us. So you can watch us on YouTube if you'd like to put us on your TV. You can also watch us on Facebook and Instagram and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Now, to shop with us on either of our social platforms, each product that we show you will have a code. And all you need to do is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. Then you'll receive a direct message. When you open that message, you'll find a link. Click the link and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where you can log into your account so you get all your club member benefits, and then check out those baskets, because the sooner you do, the sooner we can get that happy post winging its way to you. Now, if you would prefer to shop directly on highlightcrafts.com, which is our website, you can absolutely do that. Just pop on over there, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the products will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they'll go into a little red shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that and that will take you through that process. Now, if you're brand new to us, please say hello in the comments, because we like to give you a very warm Highlight welcome. We're trying our best to build this lovely, lovely crafting community, which we are succeeding at with your help, because without you, we wouldn't be here. And it's just a great place to come and watch us. And we're live from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday to Friday. We're also live from 6 till 7 in the evening, Monday to Thursday. And on a Saturday morning, we are live from 8 o'clock till 1 p.m. Now, please open an account. It's free to do so. We do ask for your birthday, because we like to send you a little something special on that day. And we're not just being nosy. And then you'll automatically and for free become a member of our club. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that you get extra discount on every single item or every single order that you place with us, all of them, which I think is amazing. You then get 5 loyalty points for every £1 that you spend. They will be allocated back to your account in a couple of weeks' time, just because that's our returns policy. And also, if you got that basket spend to £35 and over after your discount, we'll pay your postage. So it's all the benefits of a club and none of the fees, which is super, right? Right, shall we have a look at this? Is it a big bundle? Not individuals on these, is it? Just a big bundle, right? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Now then, £30, $29.99 before your discount is going to get you our brand new Sospeso Trasparente. Now, this was a product that Stephanie, I'm going to leave them flat actually, because otherwise they'll flare. that Stephanie and Diane found when they went to Frankfurt in January this year. And it's run by a lovely lady called Monica Allegro. You may have seen something similar to this many, many, many years ago, and it discontinued because they couldn't get the raw materials to keep it going. In fact, Stephanie was quite involved with that company at the time. She did quite a lot of design work for them. And what Monica's done is brought it up to date using a different material, which is super, absolutely phenomenal product. And she brings you these sheets that are already pre-printed with these flowers. You cut them out either with a pair of scissors or with your scan and cut, and then you heat them either on a heat gun or over a tea light, and you mould them with the tools that she also provides you with. Now, the reason I know this is very different to anything that's been out is because it's patented to within an inch of its life. So she's found this amazing product, found the printer that will do it, and now we can bring it to you, which is really, really exciting. So first of all, you're going to get your orchid, your green orchid, which is this beautiful one. And what I love about these this time, it's quite different to some we've bought you before, because you've almost got these stems, you know, like an orchid grows, so they're on a stem. So I'm going to show you how to mould those because they're a little bit different. Then you've also got your purple flowers. Love this. Look at that corner flower there. How exciting is that one? Really, really cool. And you don't need, and I don't mean this in any way disrespectfully at all, but you don't need any skill to be able to do this. Literally, if you can hold a ball tool and press it into the flower, you can make flowers that look phenomenal. Then we've got our little blue flowers. So you get a page full of those. These are great because they're lovely fillers. Or if you just want to use them on your cards, maybe. You know, sometimes some of the ones that we brought you previously might have been too big for a card. These are perfect, aren't they? Put these in your resin as well. I'm sure these will work in your resin because they are a plastic, and I'm suspecting that this is some type of resin as well. Then you've got your little red flowers here. So you've got your pinks and your lilacs and your yellows and your oranges in there as well. And then you're also going to get your butterflies. Now these are stunning. Love the butterflies. And what I love that she's done is she's picked colours that work with all of the flowers. So everything is going to work perfectly together. Now then, Shop Orchid will get you all 5 sheets for $29.99. That means it's £6 a sheet before your discount. That's amazing. And just say that, when you look at how many you're getting, that's fabulous. Shop Orchid, $29.99 will get you all 5 of those. Now then, we also have some storage for you. Now these will come flat packed to you. They're already pre-scored, so all you do is fold them. They're as thick as our construction weight acetate, so they're a really nice weight. And then you could put your label on the side. And what I like to do is keep the sheet, any spare pieces that I haven't moulded, and any moulded flowers in one packet. So I know that I can take that out and I've got everything that I need. Now you're going to get 5 of these. Shop box, $19.99. Don't just use these for this. Use them for your stamps, your dies, your embossing folders, your stencils, all of that, and they will fit perfectly with that, with some space in there as well. So if you want 5 of those, Shop box, $19.99. Now you can also do your own designs. So we do a clear film and we do a white film. So let me explain the clear one to you first. So you get 4 sheets in here. Now, if you've been buying any of our Minecraft Studio downloads or Flower of the Months, anything like that, any of our Christmas ones, what you do is you print. So you create your page in Minecraft Studio, get as many on as you can, and then print it off onto rice paper. Now, I tried it with copier paper, and the copier paper, even though it was really thin and cheap, I'm going to say that word, it was cheap, it had too much structure to it, I found, for when you were trying to mould it, because you're adding extra density by adding a piece of paper. So rice paper is perfect, absolutely perfect. So you print your rice paper off as normal, and then you take this glue. Okay, so we sell this glue. You take a piece of cut and use foam And what I do is put a line, quite a thick line, at the top of the sheet. It doesn't matter which side you do it on. And then drag it out all over that A4 sheet with that cut and use foam. And you need it to be white, not thick, but not clear, just right, like Goldilocks, right? Just right in between. So you're going to drag that out, and then you're going to put your rice paper with the colour facing down onto the clear plastic sheets. So when it's then dried, leave it to dry for about an hour. You'll see, because you'll notice that the glue has gone completely clear. Then you can cut them out, and then you can heat them over your tea light or in front of your heat gun. They don't mould quite as much as the transparent sheets, as this one, the one printed ones, but you still get a fabulous finish. And by putting that rice paper onto there, you get that ability to be able to use all of those different designs that we've been bringing you forever, haven't we? We've been bringing you loads of them with florals. This is going to be perfect, okay? Also your two red robins, because there's nothing to stop you shaping those either. And when you see it in action, you won't believe how easy it is. It's superb. I love it. I'm going to be demonstrating this at the NEC, which I'm very excited about, because I don't think there's anything else like this out there. Certainly not that I've seen. It might be in different countries, but I've never seen anything like this here. So it's really exciting. Now, that is shop neutral. We'll get you 4 sheets of that. If you want the white one, you go through exactly the same process, but instead of putting it with the colour side down, you put it with the colour side up. Okay, and you won't get that shiny finish with it. If you want the shiny finish, I would make your flowers and then go over with your aquastone. Or if you want your shiny finish, you can use your neutral film. It's entirely up to you how you choose to use it. But shop white will get you 4 sheets of the white for $14.99. And remember, all of these prices are before that club discount. Now then, talking about tools. Now this is really important, okay? We've had people messaging during the show, say, can we use metal ball tools? People reply to them and say, no, I tried it, it doesn't work. Now there's a reason why. So first of all, the metal will cool the plastic down too quickly. So by the time you've got it to there, you can't mould it, and then you're reheating it, and then you're trying to mould it again. So get the right tools for the right job. So what she's done, you can tell she's a crafter, because instead of doing 4 ball tools with 1 on each end, she's done 2 with 1 on either end, which I love. I love the fact that she's done that, because she gets it. Never met her, but I know she gets it from that. So you're going to get both of those and your embossing mat. Now when we go to demo, I'll talk to you about this mat, but this is just the right density to be able to take those wooden ball tools and push in. If you want the best result, please use the correct tools. And I'm not just saying that to sell it to you, because you know what I'm like. If you didn't need it, if it would work with normal ball tools, I'd be the one going, it's fine, use what you've got. But definitely get these. Now that mat over time you might need to replace, because you might get a bit of glue on it or whatever, but those are a one-off purchase. Okay, so your mat and your tools, shop emboss, $17.99. Now then, we've talked about the napkin glue. So this is if you want to make your own sheets. Shop glue, $12.99. You get 100 ml. It goes an awfully long way, okay? So you don't want it thick. You want it nice thin layer, but you still need to see that it's white. And when you apply it with your cut and use foam with the more spongy side. And then to flatten out your rice paper, start in the middle and pull out with the other side of the foam, the dense side, because that will get all of those air bubbles out and give you the best result, okay? So that's your glue. Now this is phenomenal. This is like a gel resin. And what you do is you put a small amount of this in the center of your flowers, and then you sprinkle in this. And this is your crystal glass. Now, this isn't sharp at all. If it was, I wouldn't be putting my finger in and doing that. You're going to get a pack of this for $6.99, and the difference that this makes to your flowers is absolutely fabulous. We do the small one that's got the smaller grain, a bit like rock salt, and then you'll get the larger one as a separate item, and you can see the difference there. Now you can colour these with your alcohol inks. So if you put a small amount in a little container, 2 or 3 drops of alcohol ink, put the lid on, shake it so it all gets coloured. Take the lid off so the alcohol ink can evaporate, otherwise it'll go sticky. And you can colour those to whatever colour you want them to be. They're brilliant products. So, Shop Gel, is it? Maybe? Let's have a look. I'm guessing now. Yes, Shop Gel, brilliant. $12.99. I am still on my first bottle of this, and I have made hundreds of flowers, okay? If you want the small crystal glass, that is Shop Small. That will get you 100 grams of that, and you get a lot. I have to say 100 grams is a lot. Or you can have Shop Medium, which will get you your medium size crystal. They are absolutely fabulous. Right, I'm going to do the Christmas ones as a big bundle. Sophie will put the individuals up for you on the screen, but the bundle is by far the best deal, down from $89.94 to $44.99. Let me show you what you're going to get for this. So, I'm going to put these up here. Sorry, Laura. It's easy to do this. They come in and they lay it all out nice, and then I'm like, right, put it all back together. Right, first of all, these are glorious. If you do an autumnal wreath, look how fantastic they are. The colours in these are absolutely striking. So you get that sheet. You also get that sheet. I love these, where they've done all that foliage bundle for you there. I think they're great. And your candy canes. They're super as well. Then you've got your sprigs in here, so you can make them bigger. These are fabulous for jewellery as well, I have to say. You've got your alpine star, so your white florals in there, and your leaves and your centres. These are cute. You could use those just as little flowers if you wanted to. You then get your garland, which gives you the sprigs with the pine cones on and the berries. You get your snowflakes in there. And you also get your red poinsettias. Now, if you haven't got a scan and cut and you're cutting them out by hand, you do not need to be that accurate, okay? Be as accurate as you can, but if you miss a bit or you've got a bit clear, it doesn't matter, because by the time you've moulded it, you're not going to see them. It really is a brilliant product. You've got more autumnal leaves there with your star anise and your orange slices in there, which are fabulous. So you've got those. You're then going to get one of my favourites, which is winter, with a little robin on the branch. Now, I did that on the stag's head, so I went to the range. I think I bought 5 or 6 items. I think it was £64, and then just use these to decorate them. So it wasn't expensive to buy the blanks either. But think about these on your glass jars, on your bottles, empty wine bottles that you can then recycle. They look incredible. So you get that one. Then my favourite is that one. I love that. Shop Pink on its own, that one, $9.99. So now you can see the value that you're getting of buying all 9 sheets. I think it's tremendous. That is absolutely beautiful. Then you're going to get your pink hellebore, which is this one. So you've got that one in there as well. I love these. And these are really cool because your ball tools will fit in those perfectly, so you can really get that like bobbly dimension. And then last but absolutely by no means least, you've got your red poinsettia in there as well. So if you want all of those, Shop Red, $44.99 will get you those. Then you'll get your club discount. Then you'll get your points back. And if your basket spend after all of that's been deducted is over £35, we'll pay your postage. Right, I'm just going to recap the first item again and welcome a few more of you, because I know we get people joining every time, and then we'll go into demo. So brand new for you today, very excited about this. You've got your green orchid, and I love these stems. I'm going to show you how to mould those. You've then got your purple flowers down here. These are great. I love that corner. Now, if you don't want to do it as a corner, snip these off and then fit them back in once you've moulded them. You've got butterflies that coordinate colour-wise with all of the flowers that we're bringing you this morning. You're also going to get your little red flowers. And then you're also going to get your little blue flowers. That's the name of them. How cool is that? You get all 5 sheets, Shop Orchid, £29.99. Now we also have something very special for you today. I know it's Halloween tomorrow, but this is a digital download, and Halloween, believe it or not, comes around every year. We've done a free gift for you. So just type the word gift into the comments and you will receive this in your basket. How lovely is that? It's good, isn't it? You know, like we did when we did the event, this is like that. So just type the word gift and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. It's great, isn't it? I love it when we do stuff like that. That's well, it's for everybody, but especially for those that can't get to the NEC. I know. Oh, we are going to be, oh, now then. 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock today, we're doing shows live from the NEC. I have no idea how that's going to go, but it'll be a lot of fun. We can take you around the stand. We'll have customers on the stand chatting to us while we're doing the show. And then we're doing that on every day. I don't think we're doing it on the Sunday. I might be wrong. We might be. No, we're not, because we're not live, are we? So tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday morning maybe we'll be doing a live show, which will be great. Looking forward to that. And if you are coming, come and see us. Come and say hello. It's always nice to put faces to names. I'm very excited about going to the NEC. Right, come on, let's go and have a look at how this actually works, shall we? So first thing I'm going to do is show you how to scan them in and save the file if you have a scan and cut. Now you don't need a scan and cut for this. You can cut them out by hand. It just speeds up the process. So you need a scanning mat. That's a definite. Okay, if you could just do it on your normal cutting mat, I would tell you, but you need a contrast between the back of this transfer and the black, okay, and the actual mat itself. So doing it in a scanning mat, I found, is the best way to do it. So if you do it that way, chances are it's not going to find all of them, just because there isn't enough contrast between that and white. So if I took this piece of black card out of here now, for example, and just pop this on here, this one might not be too bad, but when it gets to here, there isn't enough contrast between that very, very pale lilac and the background. So what we do is we put a piece of black card inside the scanning mat and we scan it in so that it's the colour facing down like that. Okay, now my top tip is don't just do that, because then you're going to have to start messing about with the file that you're going to create. So push it up to the top, make sure that it's straight, and then we're going to scan it in. All right, so I'm going to switch this on and we're just going to scan to cut data. So we're going to load the mat. My other scan and cut's gone to the NEC, that's why I'm using this one. So we're going to scan, and we're going to scan to cut data. So we're creating a cutting file, and then we just press start. Okay, we're going to scan that in, and then when it comes up, we're going to save the file. We're going to recall it, get rid of the bits that we don't need, like the price of the barcodes, etc., etc. And then I'm not going to cut it out because I'll just show you how to line it up, because I want to get on making some flowers. So it's recognising that now. And once it's done that, I've got my little toolbox ready for me. Look at this, I'm organised for NEC. And now I can't find anything in it. Brilliant, Melanie. Here we are, stylus, right at the bottom. Got all my little tools going on. Right, now then, if you choose this symbol here, this will find the outline. So if I click on that, it then processes it. Can you see how it's found every single outline of those flowers? How cool is that? Then all you do is press OK, and we're going to save it to our USB. Now, when I recall this, you'll see what I did the other day. I scanned all of them in, saved them all as cutting files, recalled them, cleaned them up, and then sent them into Canvas Workspace and titled them. And I titled them with what they're actually called on the sheet, because then when I come back to do another sheet, I don't need to do this bit again. I can just put it in and line it up. It's brilliant. So if I press OK now and then press home and get rid of that, when I retrieve that information from that USB, you will see that when I go right down to the bottom, we have got our file number 1 there. So I'm going to press OK, and we're going to edit it. So we're going to get rid of that band by putting that in the bin, because we don't need that. We're also going to get rid of that band, put that in the bin. That one, yep, You're right, it's gone for it already. Yes, look at that. And that one. Perfect. Now, the next thing you need to do is group this together. So multiple select everything that's on the mat, press OK, go back to editing the object and group it. Okay, so now you've got your file. Now, once you've done that bit, when you come to cut it, put this onto a sticky mat. So don't use like a really old mat. Use one that's either been freshly retacked or a new one. And you're going to put it onto your mat that way and put it in the corner like you normally do. It doesn't matter which corner it is, just make sure it's straight. And then you scan that in, and then you put that cutting file over the top of that. And the most satisfying thing in the world is when you peel it back and they're all sat there on the mat. It was funny because yesterday, our Lily, I love Lily to bits, our Lily, she loves fussy cutting. And she's been banned from doing it at work because it takes too long. Right? Because she'll sit there all day to make a couple of cards and we're like, yeah, that's not quick enough, Lily, because we're fast paced, as you can imagine. Yesterday I showed her how to set it up on the scan and cut, and she sat on David's desk because he's obviously on holiday, so behind me. And all I heard every time, I heard the mat unload, and then I heard this taking the plastic off, and then I heard her go, hee. Every time she did one, there was that same hee. I was like, Lily, are you enjoying yourself? I said, this is brilliant. I was like, I know. It was lovely. It properly made me smile. Because she can be quite in her own little zone, can our Lily? We're trying to bring her out of herself a little bit. So if you see her at the NEC, make a point of saying hello to her. But yeah, she was properly happy about it yesterday. It really made me smile. I was like, that's lovely, right? Right, so how do we shape these? Well, it's super, super simple. So you're going to get your mat, and this mat is really spongy. Can you see? It's just perfect for these tools. So when you push your ball tool in and roll it or press it, it's perfect to work with this. So let's do one of our orchids first of all, I think. In fact, no, let's start with the simple flower and then we'll go on to the orchids after. Look at me, I've got all my little bags ready to shoot off to the NEC. This is brilliant. Loved doing this yesterday. And this is just 3 sheets. So look at all of this lot that we cut yesterday. Well, I didn't. The scan and cut it for me, which was fabulous. So let me take one of these little flowers here, for example. All right, so we'll start small and we'll work our way up. Now, what I like to do, when you've got a flower like this, where it's kind of an outside edge, but it doesn't go right down into the petals, what I like to do is use my scissors and cut in like that. So I'm cutting in and curving that petal, and then this petal, I've just snipped away that little sharp edge. Let me show you that again. So if I go in like that, that petal then looks really odd because it's got that little, almost like a corner to it. So just go in with your scissors and just round it off. It's worth doing this little bit because it does make it look amazing. So we're going to do that again, and we're going to work our way all the way around the outside edge like this, okay? And then you can either use a heat gun. Now, if you're going to use a heat gun, please make sure you've got one that's got a stand on it, because if you heat this with in front of a heat gun, so your heat gun will be here, you put it in front of the heat, let it mold. So if you've got, well, let's start again. If you haven't got a heat gun that's got a handle, this is the process, right? So you're going to heat this. You're then going to have to turn your heat gun off, put it down on the table, and by the time you've done that, this won't be moldable. You can go back and heat it, but you're just fighting against yourself. So if you've got a heat gun that's got a stand on it, you can keep it on, do that, go back again and again like that. The way that Monica uses it is with a candle, a tea light. And I quite like to use it with a tea light too, but you make your decision. Listen, we're all grown-ups. You can decide whether you're safe with the naked flame or not, can't you? Right, so let's light the candle. And if you've never seen this before, this is why I'm so excited about doing it at the NEC, because there'll be thousands of people at the NEC that don't even know Highlight Crafts exists. I know that from last year when we did the hot foil pen, it flew. Now we've got our ball tools. So this is the one I'm going to use for the bigger areas. That's my next one down. For this, I'm probably going to use these two because they're smaller and the petals are smaller. All right, but we'll see where we get to. So I like to do it one petal at a time. So hold it about 3 centimeters above the flame, and you start to see it wilt a little bit. You're just going to press it down. Go back over your flame. That flame's blowing in a very strange direction. There we go. Can you see it start to curl there? How it's starting to curl up? Turn it over and just press it. And then turn that again, go back over your flame, and you just press it down. It's absolutely fabulous. Now, if you ever think, oh, I don't quite like that shape, just reheat it. Now, my top tip would be, once you've got some that's already been moulded, put your tweezers over that because it kind of helps it stop unfolding, if you like, uncurling. So if I go over the top there, like that, and I'm just going to press that ball tool in. You can heat it from either end. It really doesn't matter, but you just press in. I mean, anybody can do that. There is no trickery to it. It's just a brilliant, brilliant product. And then look how I can pull those up. So I can still manipulate it after I've heated it, which is great. Then I'm going to go back into these two. So we'll get these two little petals done here, like that. Don't worry if it curls. Just press in like that. And then what I like to do is just get hold of the 2 petals, put it over the heat and push that center down, and you've got your perfect little flower. Now, we've been doing vases as stickers. These are going to look absolutely fabulous with those. So make sure that you check out the stickers that we've got on our site. So that's a really simple flower, okay? Now, let's do a, what should we do next? Let's do a butterfly next, because this is slightly different, because I wanted to just show you as many as we could. I'll be really honest with you, I didn't have time to make loads of finished samples, but by the time we get back from the NEC, we'll have loads, so we'll be able to show you them. Right, so that's that pile. I'm going to leave those over there for now rather than putting them away. Right, let's pick this butterfly, for example. All right, lovely green one. So again, I like to just cut in a little bit further, just because I can, because I like it to really shape. Okay, so just cut in and snip that little bit away. Now, when I'm doing the butterfly, I will use my tweezers and I'll put the tweezers over the thorax of that butterfly so that that stays flat. Then I'm going to take my largest ball tool and I'm going to do one wing at a time. So we're going to do this one first. Now here, we're just going to press down and push out. And it gives you, look at that. I mean, how fabulous is this? It's so cool. I imagine doing this on my knee on a lap tray at night in front of the TV and just making up all of these flowers. Look how fantastic that is. And then move your tweezers round and then do the bottom wings as well. So just get that melting. You'll see it start to move and then just pull out. It couldn't be easier. It honestly, Stephanie said to me, she said, when she first came back from Frankfurt, she said, oh, I found some amazing flowers. She said, but I really want you to do them. I was like, right, great, what are they? How much prep is it going to take? How long is it going to take? She's like, honestly, Mel, it's brilliant. Look at that butterfly. How lovely is that? It's great, isn't it? I think it's a fantastic product. Right, now then, let's get an orchid, because this is now when we're going to the next level, okay? And again, you just do it a little bit at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just start with a single orchid and then go on to the actual stems themselves. So let's just take out one of the bigger ones and we'll take out one of the smaller ones as well. Now, can you see I cut that one out? It doesn't matter if you've got that little bit of clear, right? Because you can't see it when it's moulded. It's fabulous. Right, so we'll do this one. So first of all, do I need to cut in a little bit further? Yes, maybe. Just round there and just round there. Have we got any questions, Sophie?
Someone has asked if they didn't see you shaping a candy cane.
A candy cane? Yes, absolutely, we can do that. Right, so let's do the orchid. So let's have a think. We'll start with that bit first. So we're going to heat that and then just take your medium ball tool and just press. Right, it was a bit slow there. So then press in. There you go. that molds that little bit there. Hold that, and your reverse tweezers will become your best friend. Even if you don't like using reverse tweezers for anything else, get them for this, because otherwise you're gripping this while you're trying to heat it. Okay, and I'd rather it was sturdy. Now for these, I'm going to go in with the bigger ball tool, and I might need to go in a couple of times because it's a bigger area. So go in, and then if I really want detail on the tip of that flower, I'm just going to heat that, and I'm going to go in with my smaller ball tool and just roll it, and that gives you that shape, which is fantastic. Now then, let's do this side. So we're going to go in here. We're going to use the biggest ball tool first. So really get the heat over that, like that. Press down, like so, and then lift it up, like that, okay? Then we're going to protect that, and we're going to do these little pieces. So get your ball tool ready. I want this one here, and then you're just going to press in, like that. Look how it just creates that little dip in there. I tell you what, I'm so pleased that we found this company, because it really is amazing. I would never have thought of doing stuff like this without having this product. I think it's great. Right, now then, I'm just going to pull this up. I'm going to go over the flame a little bit there and just press that down, and that gives you your orchid. How fabulous is that? It's lovely, isn't it? Right, let's do let's see if I've got a candy cane already cut. I'm sure I must have somewhere in this little lot. You watch, it'll be the one that I haven't got. Of course it will, Melanie. Always is, right? Always is. Yep, that'll be the one. Right, let me cut one out then. Let me grab a sheet. I'm going to have to nick one off the counter. Let's have a look, because mine are all packed up, ready to go. Ready and raring to go. Right, let's find the one with the candy cane. Here we are. Garland. Right, so let's cut this out. You can see how easy it is to cut it out. I do find that if you've got a pair of serrated scissors, it cuts it. It's nice because it grabs the plastic. The serration of the blades work really well with this. So trim it out of the sheet first. Let's make it easy for ourselves. And you can see it's super easy to just cut out. I just use my scan and cut because for time. Actually, they need cleaning. They're shocking. Melanie Heaton. That's terrible. Right, let's go for the big scissors then. Going to go big. And then we're just going to cut this out. Okay, so that can go on there. And then literally use the full length of that blade. And we're just going to cut right the way up there. Right the way around. Got some really lovely shows for you today. Really lovely. Going to have Hannah and Diane. I'm hoping Diane's voice holds out. She was back at home yesterday. I tell you, it feels like I was when I was off for all that time. I hope she's not off that long. Well, she'll hope she's not off that long. I'm somebody that's very comfortable in my own company, but Diane likes people. Likes people around her, so it's driving her crazy. Right, first of all, let's attack this a little bit at a time. So I'm going to hold this with my tweezers. I'm going to get the ball tool that's appropriate, which is probably that one, because that's going to fit in there perfectly. And then I'm just going to heat this very gently and a little bit at a time. So we're going to press down, and pressing for this is better than rolling. So if I go over here now, I'm just going to press that bit, and we're going to pull this bit back and try and keep that flat. Okay, it will want to curl a little bit like that. In fact, I'm going to do it like this, I think. A little bit more, just round here, like that. So go in and just heat it a little bit at a time. Then we'll do this bit. We'll take this ball tool and we'll roll that. Just try and get your ball tools ready before you start. And then you know what you're doing. So just press in like that. And then we're going to protect that part and we're going to start on this. So I'm pulling this out of the way now. So let's go here. Ooh, now then, if you get too close to the flame, this is what happens. Can you see? It wants to melt too much. So if that was the case, I'd just fold it over like that. Just be careful with your flame, she says. Do as I say, not as I do, right? honestly, Melanie. You've been doing this for so long, you should know better. Right, little bit at a time. Protect that bit, hold that bit. Just get that warm and just push in. Go on, flame. These tea lights aren't brilliant, I have to say. You'd think that tea lights were just tea lights, wouldn't you? But actually, need to get on that flame, that's it. And then just push down like that. And then go back in here, warm that up, and then push that down. So you do it a little bit at a time. Ignore the middle bit where it went wrong, but then that's your candy cane. Now to attach this, I would probably use pin flare glue gel, and I would fill the candy cane at the back and then do that. But it's just brilliant. Right, I'm going to do a recap, and then we'll come back, and if we've got time we'll do one of the poinsettias, so come with me. So yes, you can cut them out and you scan and cut. Did that because I knew that would be a question that we got asked. Super easy to do. I'm going to come to the film because we've been asked how to use this. Now, print off, so go into Micro Studio, bring up all your flowers and fill that page with flowers. Then print it off onto rice paper. I've tried it with a excuse me, a really thin copy of paper. Didn't mould the same. There's too much structure in it. Whereas rice paper is incredibly fluid. So print it onto your rice paper. Then you're going to put a line of your napkin glue, which is this one, along the top here, and put quite a thick line on. All right, so you want it to be about 1 centimetre wide and right the way across the top. Then using your cut and use foam from Cadence, get your foam and drag it right across that sheet. Now you don't want it clear, but you don't want it thick white. You need it white but not thick, because all you're doing is wasting your glue, and it'll just take longer for it to dry. So, and you'll waste, yeah, don't waste your glue. So once you've done that and you've got it all over there, you take your printed rice paper and you put it onto the clear sheet with the colour facing down. And the reason for that is when you then turn those flowers over, you'll have this shine like you get with the pre-printed sheets. Okay, so that's how you do it. Leave it for about an hour. You'll know when it's ready because all the glue will have gone clear. And then you can cut them out and then you can mould them. They're not quite as fluid as they are just on these sheets, but you do still get a really good mould. I was really impressed with it. And I tried different papers and the rice paper was by far the best one. So you get 4 sheets of the transparent, that is neutral, shop neutral, $14.99. And the white one, you do exactly the same thing, except when you put your rice paper onto the sheet, you put it with the colour side up. Otherwise, when you turn it over, it's just going to be white. I know, did that. By accident, I have to say, but I still did it, so don't do that. So shop white will get you 4 sheets of that. Now then, please don't forget to type gift into the comments. They don't have to buy anything, Soph, do they?
No.
So just get this for free. I mean, why would you not? All you need to do is type the word gift and this will be added to a basket, and you don't need to have bought anything. I just want to make that really clear. This is a little treat from us to you. And I know it's Halloween and Halloween's tomorrow, but it comes round every year. Good that, isn't it? Love that. I think that's really fab. So, type gift. Please don't miss out on that. Right, now then, let me show you the new florals that we are launching today. So, our green orchid. You've got this one. These were incredibly popular when we took them to Glasgow. Now, I'm not doing this to push you into anything because you know me by now. I don't do that. I'm not that pushy presenter. I'm a crafter, first and foremost. But I don't know how much of this we're going to have left after the NEC. And we can't restock it before Christmas because it takes at least 10 weeks to get to us, because it comes from Italy, and I don't know what it is about the Italian postage system, but they always get stuck in customs. I don't know what it is, but honestly, you wouldn't believe it, would you? I mean, it's the closest distance, really. But it does take a long time, but I don't think these are going to last at the NEC, because I think when people see these who've never seen it before, they're going to be blown away. So you're going to get your green orchids. You're also going to get your purple flowers. This is lovely because you've got that big corner on here. I also like that you've got the little buds. And these as brooches on a jacket look absolutely fabulous. Then you're going to get your butterflies. So you get a full sheet of butterflies. And what's lovely is these butterflies coordinate with all of the flowers. So it's perfect. Then you've got your little red flowers. I don't know why she's called them that, but anyway, probably because she's already got pink flowers. But you've got oranges, you have got some red in there to be fair, purples and your yellows. And then last but by no means least, I would say these two and this are perfect for your card making. Because we've bought you quite big flowers before. These are absolutely super. So you're going to get the little blue flowers as well. Now you're going to get all 5 sheets for $29.99. They're down from $49.95 as a brand new launch. I know, crazy, aren't we? But we love you all and we just so appreciate your support every day. So Shop Orchid will get you that. You'll then get your discount off. You will get your points back. All good stuff, right? Brilliant. Right, now then, I do need to talk to you. No, I'm going to show you that, actually, rather than talk about it. So let's whiz through the Christmas ones, and then we can get a poinsettia done. How about that? Now, this is a fabulous deal. You're going to get your red poinsettias, and you're also going to get your bells. You're then going to get your garland. You're then going to get your alpine star. Okay, so you get all 4 of those. Then you're also going to get the one with the candy canes on, which I've cut into. Bear with. Oh, that one. And that one. Okay, so you get those 2. Love that. That's my favourite, I think. Although I do like the poinsettias. I think it's because the pinks. Then you're going to get that one, which is absolutely gorgeous. We'll try and get one of those done. We've got a few minutes left, we'll be good. Then you've got this one with that lovely robin on the branch. How gorgeous is that? And then you're also going to get the autumnal one with your leaves and your star anise in there and your orange slices. They're fabulous, aren't they? So if you want those, all 9 of them for $44.99. That works out at £5 a sheet before your discount. Fantastic, right? Right, come on, let's go and do a poinsettia because I need to show you this because it's wonderful. If I don't get the stem of the... Oh, I need to... No. Now I'm torn because I haven't got enough time. I want to show you the gel though because this is brilliant. Let me show you this. How long have I got, Soph?
About 7 minutes.
Oh, all the time in the world. Right, I'm going to pick 2 of them. 2 different sizes. So again, I'm going to snip in slightly. So I'm going to snip in and then just do that bit for me. It's like when you make cards with die cut toppers and you don't cut the pips off. Please do that bit. Please make it a nice shape. I like that bit. And then we're just going to mould this like so. Just going in and snipping away. Love doing this. I'm so excited about the NEC. Been able to do this for 4 days. And live shows. No idea how that's going to go, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant. One way or another, we'll make it work. So you will be able to come to the NEC with us, which will be lovely, won't it? Very exciting. I've just got to get there now, and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to hit all the traffic of everybody going into the NEC. So Stephanie, I have no idea what time I'm going to get there. She's like, don't rush, it's fine. Just drive safe. I'm like, yeah, well, brilliant. Tomorrow, Carl will be driving. Right, now then, let's put this. So we're going to put that over the top and then just press it down. Lift it up, okay? Over the flame, smaller bowl tool, press it down, lift it up. Hold those 2 with your tweezers. Go in there, press it down, lift it up. Next petal. Don't worry if they flop back again because you can always remold it. And if you've done one and you're like, I really don't like that, just do it again. Just heat it up again. And then go in with that one. So just press down and push that petal. You can also go from the top if you want to. So if on this little one, we press down there, then you can turn it over and pull that petal going in the opposite direction. And then the last one, you just go over there, press it down, and lift that up. Little bit in the middle, like that, and push that down. Okay, then we've got our first flower. Now to glue them together, I would recommend a glue gun. It's the best thing for it.
Daphne has asked,
yes.
When you're cutting the flower,
yes.
Are you actually cutting a piece out, or are you just making a snip?
I'm just making a snip. So what I'm doing is elongating the petal, if you like. So here here's a perfect example. So those three were together. Now to get more shape, I've cut in there, and I've also cut in there, and I've also cut just a little snip there. It means you can mold them further, I think. It just gives you that ability to get further into those petals. Then we'll do the big petal, turn that over, just press it down, go back in, add a little bit of heat, and then we can create that shape. If you want to go really, really detailed around the edges, use your tiny ball tool and go in, and it will give you that ripple effect on the edge. It's super, super easy to do. The only thing that would stop me doing this with Alice would be the heat. But actually, you know, she is 10 years old. She's perfectly capable of knowing that. But I just think it's a fabulous, fabulous way of making your Christmas flowers quickly, inexpensively. And if you make to sell, I mean, wow. All you need was a couple of these flowers in one of those jar stickers, or decorate one of the Miller jars up with your stickers and then put this on top. These look amazing on top of those jars. So now I've got my two flowers. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue. I'm having to come over here because the leaf doesn't stretch. My kit and caboodle one's gone missing. No idea where it's gone. Somebody's borrowed it and not put it back. Standard. I'm going to put that other glue gun in. Now a little tip for you, if you've got another glue gun, melt the end of your glue stick and then put it into there. So a little bit of hot glue in here. You could use the resin, but it will just take longer to dry. And then I'm going to position this. So I'm looking here where I've got a small petal, and I'm going in and just putting a longer one over the top. And then this bit is my favourite bit. So you take your gel and turn the bottle upside down. It's really gloopy. It is resin, and that's all you need. One little drop like that. Don't worry about this because we're going to spread that out. Now, I'm sure many of you have these from years ago, these little glue applicators. Let's get one of these. If not, cocktail stick, anything like that. And we're just going to pull this gel up here, okay? So wherever it lands, we're just going to pull this up, okay? And we're just literally, there's no method to it, just push it up over those petals like that, okay? So we go up like that. And then we're going to add our crystals in. I'm actually going to put a little bit up there as well. So let me just grab my crystals off the counter and bring these in. So you've got your small and then you've got your medium. Hold it over the pot and just sprinkle this in. Now when you do this, you might be a little bit disappointed because it looks like they've disappeared into that resin and they've gone clear. When they are dry, they come back to this colour, so that white, if you like, and look at the difference that makes. Now when that dries, it's going to look like it's got a frost on it. It is stunningly beautiful. If you can stretch to the gel and the crystal glass, please do it, because it's a fabulous, fabulous product and it just finishes it off. And this is one that I coloured with 3 drops of our alcohol inks, just in a little, and I have loads of these with all different colours. So that, my lovelies, is how you make your Sospeso Trasparente. Aren't they gorgeous? Can you see how it's sunk now and it looks like it's gone clear? That will set and it will all end up that colour or whatever colour you choose to use. Now, the other thing you can do as well, I know we're running out, we've got like 10 seconds left. Use those pens that you got from Royal and Langnickel the other day, the gold ones, the acrylic paint ones. Add your detail on there with your gold and silver. Gorgeous. I will see whoever's going to the NEC there. Please come and say hello. And we will be back next hour with a brand new flower of the month. We'll see you in a little while. You take